Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Leg Drop the World. My name is Doc. This is my good buddy Judge.
What's up?
And we are back with
I feel like Dana White.
Yeah, exactly. We are back to talk about TLC. This is our reaction
video.
and recap video.
I would say recap, yeah.
Did you happen to grab the list? Bada bing, bada boom.
Got it.
Right off the top, I
Yes.
would like to say if you guys could take a minute and hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification button, the share button,
Share.
and you could share this video with your friends.
Yeah.
And please leave us a comment and tell us what you thought about TLC, what you thought about the matches, and all of that stuff. So with all that stuff out of the way, Judge,
Yes.
should we talk about TLC?
We shall.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So we start off the pre-show with Foxy versus Sasha Banks.
That's true.
And I think we both chose Foxy to win, didn't we?
We did both choose Foxy to win.
And Sasha Banks won.
Sasha Banks goes over in a pretty terrible match.
It was so bad. I'm upset about
right.
it.
I mean, I don't want to be like a downer, Debbie Downer about it, but
Let's just be real right now. There was one good match in the entire
yeah.
pay-per-view. So
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot going on there.
nope.
But yeah, Sasha Banks wins.
Goes over
Apparently,
clean.
I mean, if rumors are to be believed, that was supposed to be Nia Jax.
No,
right?
Nia was supposed to. Yes, yeah.
So Nia was supposed to be Sasha and Nia
Yeah.
in the pre-show.
Yeah.
So that would have been interesting to see if Sasha would have went over Nia, because it went over Foxy.
Yeah. Doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree.
Anyways, we'll see what happens. Hopefully Nia comes back. I hear November is when she's going to come back.
Ooh.
So, anyways, what else we got?
We've got Asuka versus Emma as the curtain jerker.
Yes.
This match was not very good for me.
Yeah, it really
Because
wasn't.
I agree with Shane. Shane was over. I believe that Asuka should have either came out swinging and did a lot of damage, and it should have been fast.
Yeah.
Or it was just going to be all Asuka on offense, just destroying Emma. Like playing with her food almost.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem, is that there was way too much offense from Emma.
Yes.
Which is it's a terrible thing to say, because I think we're both fans of Emma, right?
Yeah, I'm so on her.
Well, I'm a fan of Emma.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say Emma should have gotten less offense in. But when it comes to Asuka, Emma should have gotten less offense in.
Yeah. Especially if you're the Empress of Tomorrow and you just went through all of NXT without getting pinned, counted out, or submitted.
And didn't Nia Jax tweet that...
Hey, nice 6-minute win.
Yeah, that it took 6 minutes
to pin Emma when it took her a minute.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Maybe that'll be a feud.
There's some heat there.
Maybe that'll be a good feud moving forward for Asuka.
I don't like feuds like that, I've realized. I don't like feuds where it's oh, you didn't pin that guy or girl in X amount of minutes. So how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? You're weak.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just I'm looking forward to seeing Asuka wrestle in the main card, but that match does not bode well. Let's put it that way.
Probably not, no. Next we have Spanky and Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Mm-hmm.
Spanky being the man Brian Kendricks.
The Brian Kendricks. Versus Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann, which I believe we both went for Cedric and Swann on that one. We did.
And this match was fine.
Yeah.
It was probably the best match so far.
Yeah. I mean, it was a
That being
match,
the
though,
third
that
match
we've
in.
seen before, right? I feel like I've seen this match,
Well, you saw Cedric
or some
versus
iteration of this match.
Yeah, you saw Cedric versus the Brian Kendricks, and then Gentleman Jack versus Rich Swann. But now we got them together.
Yeah.
I don't know. This feud is kind of stupid to me.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good match. There wasn't anything wrong about it. It's just that the motivation for it is a little thin.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Next we have Mickie James versus Alexa.
Uh-huh.
I think we both chose Mickie.
No, I chose Mickie. You chose Alexa.
Oh, I won that one. Alexa wins.
Yes, Alexa wins, and the match was not terrible.
No, not awful, but it was still like
Mickie.
On a scale from 1 to 10, it was like a 6 maybe.
Yeah, it was weird though because after the match, Mickie kind of hung around, and she gave a speech sort of at the end of the match.
Yeah,
that made you think that maybe this was her last match.
Yeah,
but not really, because she said she was going to be back and that she was going to be in title matches and stuff like that.
But is she going to be in a title match in the WWE, or is she going to go to like TNA or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's the issue, right? Is like, why, if you're going to be in matches again, you don't have to give that speech, bro.
Yeah. Don't give that speech. You good.
Yeah.
Just
we get it. You'll be back. Yeah. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, that was fine, I guess. Then we have Kalisto versus Enzo for the Cruiserweight Championship belt. I'm going to let you talk about this one.
All right. So I went with Enzo.
I hated this
and
match.
You went with Kalisto because you hate Enzo.
Yeah. I'm not a hateful guy.
This match was okay.
Bad.
Or bad, depending on how your opinion of Enzo is.
I don't even think it's on the opinion of Enzo. It just was a bad match. One, you've got Kalisto, who is an okay wrestler, and then you have Enzo, who is a not good wrestler, and it's like Kalisto's carrying this whole match.
Yes.
That's what happens. And so it made Kalisto look good, but Enzo looked weak, and he couldn't win unless he cheated.
Yeah, but that's Enzo's character.
I know. That's who we're getting, and I don't like that.
Yeah, that's Enzo's
Neville
character.
was good because he had those couple of times where he lost, but he lost cheating, but then he would always win clean.
Yeah.
Like he would win clean sometimes, and that's not what we're seeing with Enzo.
Yeah.
So it's a weak character for me.
So honestly, I mean, when it comes to me and Enzo, I think the thing that colors my opinion of him is that I'm a mark or a smark. And so I hear the stuff that's going on behind the scenes and how people don't like him and stuff like that.
Still not allowed in the locker room.
And so it's like, do I really want to root for someone that no one likes? But then it's like, I don't know if that's fair. I think my biggest actual like kayfabe issue with Enzo isn't necessarily his character. It isn't the cheating to win. It's not the not being a great wrestler, because there have been a plethora of not great wrestlers who have been at the top, at the upper echelon of this industry.
Yeah.
So it's not even that bothers me. The biggest thing that bothers me about him is that I feel like I can't like him because everyone else doesn't like him.
I feel like you can like whoever you want.
I mean, I know, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wanna like embrace him as a heel because I think that he is a good heel. Mm-hmm. Like he's a different heel than Neville.
Yeah.
And I think not having Neville is going to be a huge loss. But there's something about Enzo that, I mean, he is doing something right. 205 Live is a little more interesting to me.
Yeah, we got 205 Live matches.
So, I don't know, man.
Yeah. The best match of the night. Finn Balor versus AJ. It was going to be Finn versus Bray.
Dream match.
Bray is sick with the mumps.
That's what is reported. The WWE just says illness.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've heard, so at the very beginning of it, we heard viral meningitis.
Yep.
And then we heard mumps, and now it's just illness. And we hear that some people are sick, some people aren't sick.
Yeah.
You know, so we hear that some people are sick, and then their mom comes out and says, no, she's fine.
Oh, she's okay.
So I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I don't either. But we get AJ. AJ shows up, and the WWE did a really good thing by making this match happen and giving them time.
Yes, this was a pretty long match.
Yeah, they gave him a good amount of time.
Yeah, I know that AJ was sick, right? In the shows in South America, I know that he missed at least one.
Oh, okay.
Because he was sick.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the stuff that everybody else has. It was just
probably had like
a stomach bug.
Revenge or something like that.
Yeah. And so I don't know if AJ was wrestling at 100%, but he was still able to put on like the most interesting match of the night.
It was a good match. And I kind of agreed with Shane on this. I wish it was happening in New Japan, because then we would see other things.
Yeah.
Like, not just kind of the same written stuff.
Yeah.
But it was still a great match.
Yeah. It was a good match.
And they got the Too Sweet at the end of it.
Yeah. So that
awesome.
we got a great match, and then we got a great moment where the whole crowd is just yelling, "Too sweet, too sweet, too sweet." And they did. They threw it up, and the universe imploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I hope that we can continue this. I hope it's not just like a one-and-done type thing.
Yeah, I hope Vince looks at this and goes, maybe we should push this.
I mean, that was probably the biggest, even including the main event. Maybe, I don't know.
No, this was the biggest. This was the biggest pop.
Was it? Okay.
This was the absolute biggest.
Yeah, it was the biggest crowd reaction.
When they Too Sweeted, it was like it erupted.
I mean, if that's the biggest thing, if they're always if what they're looking at is crowd reaction, whether it's cheers or boos or whatever, this got the biggest crowd reaction. It got the crowd all together doing the same thing at the same time. They'd be crazy not to run with it.
Yeah.
I did see though that I think Shane showed me that Carl.
Oh yeah,
tweeted
Anderson.
like, "Hey guys, thanks for inviting us."
Yeah, where were we?
So hopefully the Good Brothers can get involved in all of this stuff and get some love.
I hope so.
Doc is a big fan of the Good Brothers.
Excuse me, I am. Next we get Jason Jordan versus Elias Sampson. I thought this was a fine match.
Yeah.
Jason Jordan comes out with the win, but Elias's shoulders were up.
So
his one shoulder was up.
So here's the thing. His shoulders weren't necessarily up, right? So when someone is being pinned and someone's laying on top of them, when they get their shoulders up, they're like this. Like they pull their shoulders up off of the mat, right? The problem was that the way that he had him pinned, his shoulders weren't. It was sort of the same issue. We had this issue before where the person pinned them up strong and they were on their neck and not on their shoulders.
But they even ran it back. You can even see that one shoulder is down and the other shoulder is up. Like, there's legit, and the fact that the WWE said, all right, let's run the replay so we can talk about this. We're going to get this match again on Monday.
I mean, I don't know. It probably we are.
Yeah.
I still think it was a legit pin. I mean, there wasn't a kick out. He didn't kick out in time.
He did not.
Regardless of whether or not both shoulders were down.
Yeah.
He attempted a kick out at 3, but it was after 3.
Yeah. He still kicked out, but it was just too late.
Yeah. So
it was a legit win, but his shoulders were up, and so the universe is going to have.
So I mean, even if yeah, like you could say it was illegitimate or that the pin wasn't valid, but the fact of the matter is that Elias thought that he was getting pinned, so that he tried to kick out, right? So if, the guy who's doing the pinning thinks he's pinned, the guy who's pinned thinks he's pinned, and the ref thinks he's pinned.
Yeah, he's pinned.
Say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You're not in the friggin' match.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right. Is this the main event?
Main event of the evening.
Okay. The Shield, but without Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns is sick. And so they replaced Roman with Kurt
Angle.
Who hasn't been wrestling since 11 years.
11 years? Is that what the number is?
Yeah.
11 years. 11 years. Hasn't been in a WWE ring in 11 years.
11 years. 11 years. Hey, did you know it's been 11 years since Kurt Angle?
Has it been 11 years? Hey, guys, it's been 11 years since Kurt Angle has been in a WWE ring.
10
plus 1.
11. 11. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure math.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, right?
Man,
they had to make this change last minute, right? And so they have to then hype the match. They have to hype Kurt Angle. But boy, that number 11, that 11 years thing was
ingrained in our head now.
It definitely was.
And we're not going to hear the end of it even on Monday.
Before the match starts, Kurt Angle is in the back. Wait, was this before the match or was it in the pre-show?
It was in the pre-show.
Where Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins
before the match.
Yeah, come back to Kurt Angle and they say, and Angle is like, "Hey, you guys want to talk about strategy? Is that what's happening?" They're like, "No, we don't want to talk about strategy." And then they hold up the vest what would you call it? Like a tactical vest?
Yeah, he gets a tactical vest. The vest with a bunch of pockets in it.
Yeah. It's
filled with stuff.
Yeah, it's a Shield vest.
Snacks.
And
just mid.
So what's really cool is, the Miz comes out to his music, the Bar comes out to their music, Kane comes out to his music, Braun comes out to his music. Then we get the Shield Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are up in the crowd for they give him a good 8 seconds, 10 seconds of just the two of them, and you're like, oh man, they're gonna do separate entrances. And then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle just kind of slides into the shot, and he's he's
just smiling. He's just like
the biggest grin on his face.
Like, Mom, I'm wrestling.
Yeah.
Hi.
It was hilarious.
It was pretty good.
So they come down through the crowd, just like the Shield is wont to do.
Yeah.
Match starts.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you talk about this because I was not a fan of this.
I'm just saying, man. Your biggest thing in our last, you can roll back. Everybody can go back and watch our predictions video, and Judge's biggest issue was how can 3 people beat 5 people? How can 3 people beat 5 people? And for the biggest, or for the longest time, the 3 of these guys are beating up
one person.
They clear the ring, and they're essentially dividing and conquering, and there's just
chaos.
Yeah, it's kind of chaos, but it's the 3 guys beating up 5 guys. Not necessarily all at the same time, but they make the rounds. They beat up this guy for a little bit, they beat up this guy for a little bit, they beat up this guy for a little bit. So anyways, eventually, Kurt Angle takes a running power slam from Braun Strowman through a table. Ooh. It looked beautiful. It
looked tough.
It was disgusting and amazing all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so Kurt Angle is escorted away. He collapses.
He's hurt.
He does a great job selling that.
Yeah, he actually I actually thought he was kind of hurt. For a second.
Yeah. There was actually a cool moment where Dean and Seth both jump off of ladders onto the announce tables.
Seth looks like he busted his knee.
Yeah, Seth immediately starts selling the knee. It was pretty amazing.
No more selling them.
And then we kind of move up the ramp. The Miz calls for a garbage truck.
Who just has a garbage truck laying around?
Yeah. Oh, the other thing to mention is Kane is going to hit Dean with a chair.
Yep.
Dean moves out of the way, and Kane whacks Braun Strowman in the back.
Right in the back.
Braun turns around and shoves Kane.
Like a good shove.
Harder than Kane has ever been shoved in his life.
Yeah. He took 8 steps back.
It was great. So that was the beginning of the end there. But anyways, we move up the ramp, and inexplicably, at one point, Kane choke slams Braun Strowman off of the ramp.
After the top Braun Strowman saves him from being powerbombed into 2 tables.
Yeah. And
then he pulled, there's chairs on fishing wire all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And Kane just goes, oh, this looks stable. And he just, grabs it and pulls the one chair down, and they all just collapse on top of Braun.
Yeah. So, so we get that. There's more scuffling, but eventually Braun Strowman gets out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I can't remember exactly.
They all turn on him. The Bar, right. Kane, and the Miz all turn on Braun, and they throw him in the back of the dumpster.
They do. They throw him in the back of the dumpster, and the guy who's the dump truck. The guy who's running the dump truck hits the button or pulls the lever or whatever for the little compactor thing, and then it's just what? Huh?
This is what I was supposed to do, right?
Yeah. So, anyways, and then the dump truck drives away.
Murder, by the way.
Exactly. Braun is dead.
He's dead.
So that eliminates Braun altogether.
And now it's 4.
3, yeah, exactly. 3 on 4. And when it looks like Dean and Seth
are done for,
we get Kurt Angle's music. And and
then gets a pretty good pop.
Yeah. He runs back out to the ring.
There's a couple angle slams.
So he angle slams Cesaro onto the floor.
Well, he back body drops Cesaro onto the floor.
That's right.
Angle slams Sheamus onto the floor, and then angle slams Cesaro onto the table.
Yeah, through the table.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
He gets in the ring. He's able to put the angle lock on Kane, but doesn't.
On Miz.
No, initially it's Kane.
Oh.
But then the Miz comes in and
that's right.
Starts to scuffle a little bit. But then we get the knee maker from Seth onto the Miz.
Yep.
Dirty Deeds from Dean onto the Miz.
Yep.
And then an angle slam from Kurt Angle onto the Miz.
Yep.
Kurt Angle does the Roman Reigns part better than Roman Reigns.
Oh, 100%.
So they go for the triple power bomb. It's a triple power bomb is what it is.
He doesn't do it as good as I do, but he does it pretty good.
That's right. Yeah, this guy does a great Roman Reigns impression.
I'm the big dog when it comes around to that kind of stuff. So
yeah. So anyways, we get the triple power bomb onto the Miz, and Kurt Angle covers the Miz for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's how 3 people beat 5 people.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. There's so many times in this match where it was just like everyone's just sitting in the ring waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
It was like 15 minutes of that.
You could feel the moments that were like spinning
Just
their
waiting.
wheels,
Yep.
waiting for the next big thing to happen.
Yep, they're like, we have 45 minutes left in this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I need you guys to go out in the ring and just kind of do stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Good stuff.
I mean,
stuff.
There were moments of high intensity
Yeah.
and interest in this match.
Yeah.
But that was like maybe a quarter of the match. The
Yeah.
rest of it was just filler of like stomping and
Yeah. Let me just kick you a little bit, and then let me just
Yeah. So there was
one more because we need to kill time.
Yeah. A lot of filler.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I still think overall it was an okay match.
It was
Depending on your bias going in, yeah, I thought it was okay. So anyways,
yeah.
Judge.
Yeah.
What are you going to give this match?
I give it a 6. Only because of the AJ Styles match.
Yeah.
Really, honestly, I did not like the main event. I thought there was cool spots in the main event. I thought it was too long.
Yeah,
they could have given Finn and AJ 10 more minutes and cut 10 minutes out of the main event.
Yeah. I think I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go 7. I think that I enjoyed the main event at times. There were moments of enjoyment and yelling and stuff like that. So that was good. The Finn AJ match was really good. I mean, the 205 live matches I didn't hate. Yeah. It was really just kind of came down. I mean, I didn't hate the Mickie James Alexa Bliss match either. So
my problem with TLC, I have a problem with,
and I'm gonna agree with you on this because I think I know what you're gonna say. Tables, ladders, chairs. So
the entire arena is just full of tables,
ladders, and chairs.
How many times were they used? How many matches were they used in?
I'm gonna go with 1.
1.
Yeah.
Don't call it tables, ladders, and chairs when there's only one match that involves tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah.
It should be called some other pay-per-view with a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree. That was a little lame.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was an entertaining pay-per-view.
Yeah, me too.
So,
well,
anyways.
Not me too.
So with all that out of the way,
yeah.
Should we do this now or should we make a separate video for it?
Separate video.
Separate video? Okay. Yeah. Well, we have something cool coming up that I hope that you guys tune in for. In fact, we'll just shoot that real quick after this.
Yeah.
So anyways, please keep an eye out for that. Again, if you guys could hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the share button.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment. You can check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep.
We'll put links in the description. And other than that, unless you have anything else?
I got nothing else.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next week.